Hi, Catalina. How are you? Okay, I'm gonna put some music on for myself. Don't hate on these. Let me see if I put a shuffle on what comes on for me. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Let's see. You should send me an email. Send me an email. My email is in my description. I am Artemis Oracle at gmail.com. All lowercase. There's no numbers. There's no uppercase letters. Thank you. So I want to do yes or no questions, but I'm going to be using a specific tarot deck that has yes or no on them instead. And they're not going to be clarified. I'm just going to be like yes, no, or these cards also have maybe. So, so it depends. So I'm just going to read it as yes or no. I'm not going to clarify them. I tend to do that, but I need to stop that. Just to keep it moving. Let me make sure these cards end up upright because I'm not doing the reversal thing. This is like a learning tarot. It has like all the meanings on them, whether they're reversed or upright, and they even mentioned numbers, planets, zodiac signs, chakras, and the answer, yes or no. Hey, wonderful, how are you? Ooh, it's loud here. Okay, let me see what messages with this deck ready for the collective. Oh, I should get sage burning too, even though I'm good, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well too. So, gonna burn some incense. I'm using my e-lighter. Gotta make sure that it starts burning. There. Let me sage you all. I love the smell of sage. It's so nice. I like that. That's for all of you to cleanse your energy so that you feel at peace. Any icky feelings you're having, they're going to be slowly dissipating, and you're going to be feeling lighter, more optimistic. I know there's a way to read smoke. So the way the smoke curls, it has a meaning. I'm glad the smoke is white and not black because that has a meaning of its own. Okay, let me put this in my coffin. In my incense coffin. I gotta be careful because this thing will fall. Okay, so if any of you have a yes or no question, feel free to put it in the chat. I'm gonna be using this oracle deck. Okay. Oh, my card came out. I'm the King of Cups, Scorpio. That's me. You know what's funny? Some of the cards, they're weird. They're weird, but we're gonna work with them. Okay. Let me see. I should have had this go over it. I should have waved the incense over this, but sometimes I like to do this. Okay. So since no one has put any questions in the chat, I'm going to get started with a collective reading. You know, I don't like dead air. That's why I talk, talk, talk. I used to do that when I had my beauty channel and I would be applying eyeshadow. I would just keep talking just so it wouldn't be silence. Then the other thing I would do was speed it up, you know, speed up the video. Or just chop it up like this is the eyeshadow and then go to a part where I'm applying the eyeshadow and then this is the next eyeshadow. Yes, a free yes or no question, only yes or no questions. If you have a question that's not yes or no, that means that's a personal reading. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. So we got the card. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Milk and honey. So I got the number 45 and 51. Let's see, time to go, milk and honey. Like the milk and honey card is supposed to be representing like a feeling of abundance, and you know, because if you think about milk and honey itself, they're very they're not the cheapest things to buy, you know. So if you have milk and you have honey, it's like you're in a very good place. So for some of you, you may be at a place where it's time for you to go so that you can head somewhere that's better, where you get everything you need. And I love that the Treasure Island card came out. So it's like some of you are leaving behind something so that you could go towards whatever your treasure is. You know, that's very subjective, you know? Subjective. Serendipity. I love this. This is so positive. Like, I feel like some of you may be somewhere where you may be hesitant, you may be unsure, you may be on the fence about leaving something behind, or maybe closing out a cycle, whatever, and you will know what that means for you, because closing out a cycle could be within a relationship, it could be within a job, it could be with where you're living, you're entering something new. But it's like you're leaving behind something to go towards something that's better. And I'm not saying a better person, like, because that's horrible. Like if you leave somebody just to be with another person, that's not good. You know, that to me, that doesn't look good. You know, it's just like, okay, but we're not going into that. But it's like you're leaving behind something that's no longer working. Like you've reached the end of the road with something, and now it's time for you to go towards where like abundance will exist, where you can see growth and a future, like something optimistic to look forward to. It could be some of you are in like this part of your life where you're not the happiest. It could be very depressing. You could be closing out a dark night of the soul type of situation, or era in your life where you're reaching the end of something, and now you're looking for like optimism, sunshine, rainbows, something that is fulfilling, is abundant, but it's like it's where your treasure lies. And that's so personal, you know. It could be like the person that you will value you and appreciate you, or it could be like a job that, you know, gives you everything that you ever need, like benefits wise, flexibility, salary, all that, growth opportunity. But then it's like with the serendipity card, it's like indicating everything. Like it's like once you make this decision to go, time to go, it's like everything is going to fall in line. Like everything is like serendipitous, like it's meant to be synchronous, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the oracle deck, and I'm mainly gonna read the oracle message. I don't want to go into the prosperity message or the love message, because then I'll be reading from this book for a significant amount of time. And I think I've already proven to all of you that I know how to read, you know, so I don't have to prove it any further. And it's funny because when I go open the book, look where I land on, the Treasure Island. So I feel like I'm going to start off with that card because this is where we landed. We have the number 9 here. We have 51. I don't know if you can see the number. It's here. 51. And then we have 45. So some of you, that could be your age. That could be a significant number. If you reduce it down, 45 is 9. 51 is 6. And then 9 stays the same. So Treasure Island, essential meanings: the law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. The oracle's message: you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tap the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot. Because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your path now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. See, this is like I was saying, like some of you are leaving behind a period that it's just like it's run its course. You know, you see she's running down this boardwalk. It looks like a dock. And then she's heading into something that's unknown. But I feel like whatever's on the other side of this this period or transition that you're maybe going through, it's leading to something. It's leading to milk and honey. You know, I could read those cards too. 45. Let's go to that. 45. Time to go. Endings, completions, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn from the experience. Certain things have run its course. You learned everything you needed to learn. And there's no point trying to continue on a journey that's going to lead you nowhere. You've already reached a point of no return, and it's now time for you to head into something different, you know? So the oracle's message is: you're at the end of a journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstance. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. See, wasn't I just saying all this stuff about a transition? Has served its purpose. Now you're heading into something different, heading into something new. But I can understand how hard it is to want to leave something because it's familiar and it's comfortable. But it could get to the point where you feel like you're comfortable. You like the discomfort starts to become uncomfortable, and whenever we feel that uncomfortable, and I remember when I was studying to be a social worker, my professor said it's like when the uncomfortable or the familiar starts to become uncomfortable, this is where change is needed, because it's time for you to move, like to grow. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to do something different, because wherever you are, it's no longer fulfilling you. It has to a certain extent, and for some of you, it could have led to some level of a complacency where you settled. But now it's getting to that point where some of you may be having that feeling within you. You feel this urge that it's time to cut the cord, possibly, with whatever it is. It could be within a family situation. It could be with a job. It could be where you live. It could be a relationship. It could even be just a regular friendship. You know, it's like wherever you are, you have reached the purpose, the soul purpose, the lesson, the soul lesson. And now it's time for you to learn something new. It's time for you to experience something different, you know, because our growth journey is a continuous process, you know, and we don't want to stagnate ourselves in any way if we're staying stuck in places that we no longer fit in. And that could be where the discomfort is coming from, because whatever situation you're in and that you may be considering leaving behind is because it's trapping you, it's keeping you stuck. It's not allowing you the freedom that you need, the freedom that your soul needs. And that's where this feeling is coming from. It's an eternal feeling. In your mind, you may be trying to justify staying, not leaving. But you're doing yourself a disservice, and essentially you're betraying yourself for what potentially lies ahead for you. Something better, something more fruitful, abundant, amazing, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go into the milk and honey because I We're just gonna read. We're just gonna keep it simple though. 51. 51. Milk and honey. I wonder if that's the last card. Mending is the last card. Oh, it's the second to last card then. Milk and honey, the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. For some of you, you may be feeling like, oh, where I'm at right now, I have everything I need. But then, is it enough? And this isn't like, and this is about, because you may want more, but then you're like, oh, maybe I'm being selfish. Maybe I'm asking for too much. No, you're not asking for too much. Your soul is asking for what it knows belongs to it, belongs to you. You know, it belongs to you, you know? All right, the Oracle's message. You've entered a sweet time in your life. Maybe some of you are laughing. You've entered a sweet time in your life. Maybe that was a southern accent coming through. I don't know. Enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. So it's like wherever you... I feel like this is where you may be heading once you leave something. Because with the time to go, you will know what this is for you, because everybody's situation is so different. Like for me, as if I'm going to apply this reading to me, I know what it is. I have a couple of situations in my life that I know what it is, you know, that I could apply this to, you know, but you leave something behind, but you could put yourself in this place where you can feel like it's like having a belief. But a real, like a true, honest belief, not one where you're trying to delude yourself of something, but where you truly, deep down in your heart, believe that you can be fulfilled outside of this circumstance that you're considering moving away from. You know, for some of you may have already experienced that. You could be experiencing that. The serendipity card, opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, good luck and fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. So there could be certain things that are like giving you the signal that it's time for you to depart something, a situation. And well, you know what it is. I could say this is a general collective reading, and it may not resonate with all of you, but you know, this could be a message for someone that is around you, you know, that you can share with them. But the Oracle's message is you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. This is why in the Treasure Island, it talks about whatever treasure you have, it's good for you to share, because when you share your treasure, that it multiplies. And if you think about it, what you get multiplies because you're giving it to other people, and it multiplies for them. So it's like, this is what, like a shared abundance that everyone experiences. And we know how society is right now, where we have a lot of people who are unnecessarily wealthy, you know, disgustingly wealthy, yet they hoard the treasure for themselves rather than spreading it. You know, but that's more so about their lack mindset, where they feel like it's a competition that we probably don't resonate with, because we see more importance than just how many zeros we have in our bank account. Though we love having a lot of commas in our bank account, you know, even having one comma is a good thing, you know, but that's a totally different animal. But they're an example of how they keep the wealth to themselves, but then they keep everybody else suffering. And they say it's earned, but I don't even want to go into that. Forget it. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you very much. And higher power is underneath too. So the higher power is believing in a higher power, believing in God, Spirit, Source, the universe is there for you, always protecting you, always listening to you. But also, in order for you to know and to see signs that they are actually listening to you, it's going to require you to be aware, but it's also going to require you to not focus on the negative, you know? Like, it's important to be in a higher vibration. There may be, some of you may be needing to leave something that's putting you in a negative vibration, that isn't really allowing you to see what good exists, but is instead a reminder of everything wrong that has happened in your own life or continues to happen in this world. You know, it's very easy for us to go on the news and look at things, see things that just remind us of how terrible human beings are to each other. But then we have to remember that there are people like that aren't terrible, but they're not going to make the news. You know, there may be a little highlight story, but then after that, it's like onto war, onto like a shooting or stabbing or whatever, you know. So it's like we have to be careful too of what we're exposing ourselves to vibrationally, like things that we have to make sure that we're aware. Yes, we should be aware, but we should be protecting our energy too, to ensure that we are elevating it or keeping it in a higher vibration, you know, more positive and optimistic. I'm not telling you to be like a freaking, like those hyper people like you see in cartoons, are like super positive, but they're like a little crazy. No, it's more like, yeah, you're aware, you know, the world is shitty, you've experienced shitty things, you've seen shitty things, you've heard shitty things, but you still have optimism. You still see the good that exists in the world. You know, it's just like, you know, the bad exists within the good. But with me saying that is like, in order for you to know that a higher source is on your side, is to be looking at those signs and synchronicities. You think a higher source wants us to be like focused on all the negative stuff that's going on in the world? I mean, yes, we need to help each other. We need to help elevate each other. But if something is causing us to be in a lower vibration, then I don't think they want us to be in that energy if it's going to be harming us, you know, and also putting us in a place where we're pessimistic rather than optimistic, you know. So for me, what I'm getting is that there may be some situation, something that it's time for you to go because it may be draining you in some way. You know, it's no longer nourishing you. It's taking away from you. It's like a vampiric, you know. It's not fulfilling, it's draining. But once you move away from this, it's like you're going to start to feel nourished and fulfilled and abundant, you know, because you're going to be reminded, you're going to be freed. The veil is going to be lifted from you, where you're going to be more optimistic, you know. And then also lead you down a path where it's going to lead you to whatever your treasure is. Treasure is so subjective, you know. People do want to be wealthy. They want to have a lot of commas. They want to have a lot of zeros, you know, in their bank account. That would be lovely, you know. Oh, gosh. So I hope this message... I wasn't expecting this message to go this way, but I feel like there's something that needs to be changed, something that you need to move away from or detach from, that may be taken away from you and putting you in this place of lack. And it's now time for you to feel fulfilled, like all your needs are being met. You know, and sometimes we have to make those decisions and that's the beginning of us fulfilling our own needs, you know, meeting our needs. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, I hope everything improves for you, Ragu. I really do. And I hope this message is a reminder for you to not give up hope. Okay, so we have those messages. That's the collective oracle message. Let's see. If anybody has a yes or no question, feel free to put it in the chat. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tanya, or Tanya, depending on where you're from. And it's not Tanya. Do not. If you can't believe in God, then you have to believe in yourself. We were made from God. So God exists within us. And not in that egotistical, maniacal way, you know, but more like we were created by a higher being, a higher source. And all that beautifulness that it represents, it exists within us. It's just that we need to be reminded of that. We're not powerless. I think that's the first trick that we ever were fooled to believe, that we're powerless. Okay, let's see. I have so many tarot cards here. I'm just cleansing them. What you tried to change on me, your love. Look at that. In the bottom of the deck, we have gratitude. You know, gratitude is so very important. I mentioned this yesterday. And it's funny that some of these cards, they kind of resonate with the message that I got yesterday. Yeah, it does. And gratitude was the card that was at the bottom of the deck. And wherever we are in our life, we have to look for something to be grateful for. Even if it's one thing. Like I said, even one thing is something, you know, because nothing is nothing, you know, one thing is still something. So remember that. Just to be able to breathe is a gift. Wow. I just thinking about that poor woman that was, that she just passed away, but she lived in the iron lung. And I'm like, I cannot imagine living a life like that. So when I said even just to wake up and breathe, I don't know how her life was, because she didn't, I don't know. I didn't really look her up, but I can't imagine like having to stay in this apparatus that's meant to help her breathe, because her lungs were affected. I believe it was affected by polio. It affected her muscles and stuff. So I can't imagine having to live a life like that. And if you think about it, the fact that we don't have to live a life like that is something to be grateful for. You know, that we can actually breathe. Even if we have asthma, we could use an asthma pump. You know, even if we have, some people have emphysema, they have lung diseases and they have that oxygen tank and they carry it with them. That's something to be grateful for, you know, because at least they get to move around. They get to experience life, even if it's different and that it may be limited in some way. And I'm just speaking objectively because I do not know their experience, you know, but just in comparison, when we think about comparison, someone who has to stay in this apparatus, basically laying down for the rest of their life. And I don't know if she lived any type of life, if she ever got to do anything, got to travel, got to have children, anything like that. I don't know, you know, I didn't look her up, but just the idea of not being able to move, not being able to leave the house, not being able to travel, do normal things that we get to do, like going shopping for food or like going to Marshall's or like going out to eat. Like that's something to be grateful for, you know, like to even be able just to walk outside the door, like to even physically move, you know, that freedom, you know, that's something to be grateful for. I'm just giving you examples. I hope it helps. But some of you already know this. Okay, so I wanted to go into the love tarot because I have like so many tarot decks. And then this isn't even a tarot card. It's not even tarot, it's love messages. And I found this and I was like, wow, this is so, I haven't used these in a hot minute. So this is called the Love Tarot. But they're basically a love oracle deck. Let's see. Some of the cards are reversed, but I'm not going to read it that way because I didn't fix them. So maybe I should fix them. Okay. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I hope that all of you enjoyed your weekend. Or you're having a wonderful evening because some of you are ahead of me. I'm here in New York in Eastern time. So if you have a yes or no question, feel free to put it in the chat. Let's see. I'm still going through the cards just to make sure they're all upright, because if they do come out reversed, you know, it's good to note, you know. So some of you got bored already. So, oh, I saw the card, twin flame card. You know what's funny? I was with this this galactic star tarot deck. I'll show you the galactic star tarot deck. It's like a space themed tarot deck, futuristic, very futuristic. Hi Rob, how are you? Yes, I did. I hope you did too. You know, it's funny. My friend, she invited me to meet up with her, and guess where she's around? In the Chelsea area. So when she said that, I was like, huh, Rob is in Chelsea. Okay, so let's see what messages we get. What messages to collect? If you have a yes or no question, Rob, you can put it in the chat. I think I passed by there, but I never hung out around there. So, ooh, feeling lost, something to say, and ghosted. Let me see. I have so many cards here, and I just like, apparently I want to show you my collection. I'm gonna move you over here. So, move this here too. Yeah, because she invited me there, and I was like, from where I'm at, it's gonna be a journey, and after work, I'm like, I don't know if she's watching. Like, I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know. Because after work, I'm like, I don't want to go on the train. I don't really want to deal with people in person people. You know? Like, I could deal with you online, because if I don't want to talk to you, I could just close the chat. You know? Hi, Carnicia. How are you? Okay. You're going to have to wait now, because I just started a love reading. So we have the feeling lost. Oh, tears. When I think about you, I cry. So someone's crying. I don't know if some of you ghosted somebody because somebody has something to say. They're feeling very emotional. But let me read the cards, okay? I'm good, thank you. I hope you are too. So feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier to just stay in silence. See, somebody does have a lot to say, because we have something to say, but it's like the person doesn't know what to say. I have a lot to say, but I don't know. It's like maybe like not knowing how to start, you know, but something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. So there certainly is a lot of uncertainty from this person. This could be somebody who ghosted you, and it could be whatever they're wanting to talk about, something that they want to share with you. That could be the reason why you haven't been in communication with them, or you could have ghosted them, or they could have just simply have ghosted you. But they may be wanting, there may be a reason. You decide if it's a reason that's valid enough for you, because free will, honey, it's your choice. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. So someone may have cut off communication from you, but they probably, I don't know. This kind of reminds me of somebody. But someone is emotional. When I think about you, I cry. When I think about you, I cry. So this is, I wanna go to tarot to figure out what this is, who this is. Yeah, let's go into this deck. My eye went there. Okay, let's see. Feeling lost. Okay. What is this feeling lost energy? What is this feeling lost energy? I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore. And it's easier just to say in silence. So I'm trying to make it work. There could be something personal going on in their life, but it could be something within the relationship itself where the person is trying to make the relationship work. But it's kind of hard to do that if you ghosted somebody. So the ghosted card may not resonate with everybody. So let's see, feeling lost. It's 9 of Pentacles. So someone definitely has been keeping to themselves and most likely has been focusing more so on work, finances, on their money. 6 of Cups. But they could also be dealing with some stuff coming from the past that they're keeping their guard up from, with the 7 of Wands, which is the bottom, the World. Okay, there could be something that has gone on in this person's life where that has ended with the World card being at the bottom, where they have put their guard up. I don't know if this has to do, no. I don't know if, the 9 of Pentacles or the 6 of Cups. Someone's definitely thinking about the past, because the 6 of Cups is nostalgic energy. They're thinking about the past. There may be something coming up from the past that has this person feeling lost because they really don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to deal with it. And they may be in this mode where they feel like they have to protect themselves, because I don't know if this is something that's coming back from the past that may be trying to affect them financially, in some way destabilize them, you know. And that's why they feel like the need to guard themselves. And sometimes when somebody, I noticed this, sometimes when people are experiencing something in one area of their life that can in a way put them in a bad place, it affects other areas of their life. It could even affect their relationship. So that could be what's going on with this person, you know. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's easier just to stay in silence. I don't know if they have a lot of people coming at them. Because the 7 of Wands just show like there's a lot of energies with this person, and they feel like they have to protect themselves for something. I don't know if they're being attacked. Or somebody from the past. Yeah, definitely something from the past. It could be somebody from the past that may be coming around, but there could be something coming back from the past. Because the 9 of Pentacles energy is energy of feeling stable, safe, independent, secure, at a really good place. But there could be something from the past that's bringing, and this is why the person's just like trying to figure out what to do and isn't really sure about how to explain it. They're keeping it to themselves. Definitely that. And that's something to say. I saw the Fool card. I don't know if somebody lost their job. Sometimes people do that. They lose their job, and then they don't tell their partner that they lost their job. And I don't know if this person's pretending to go to work. I don't know why the hell that came up on my mind, but that did. Okay, something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. They're waiting for things to balance out for them. That's when it will be the right time for them, because we have the Justice card here. I don't know if this person is undergoing some sort of, or experiencing some sort of issues with the legal system, and they're just waiting for that to settle before they can come forward. Imagine this person is in jail, and that's why they ghosted you. That happens to you. Okay, tell me more about something to say. They want to be honest, definitely. They're having a lot of burdens, it's like they got a lot on their plate, but they really focused on, bringing balance to themselves, restoring balance in a situation that has been burdensome to them, but they're doing the work. And I think that's where their distraction can be. And this is like, I feel like this is like, once I get everything resolved, then I'll be able to tell you. But right now I can't tell you because I'm in the middle of something. It's not the right time. So I feel like they're trying to close something out. And I don't know if this person, you will know this if this resonates with you. If the person you're dealing with is going through like a divorce or some sort of legal battle that you're aware of. So that may resonate with you. That will let you know if that's your reading. So the only sign I see is Libra, but Libra is more the judicial, justice, fairness type of energy. But I feel like they're trying to find some sort of balance, but I think they're trying to regain their balance, restore balance in something that has put them in this defensive energy or protective energy. Okay, so what is, I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. What is this ghosted? I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Six of Swords. Somebody was trying to restore peace within themselves. They've experienced some sort of conflict that, for some of you, it's hidden. They haven't told you. They may be keeping it to themselves with the Moon card coming out. Yeah, and they've been stuck in their head. I feel like they've put themselves in some sort of prison, some sort of purgatory, because they're like, I need there to be peace. I'm not in peace. Well, you're not feeling like, you feel lost. You're not at peace. You don't know what the hell's going on with you, you know? So whatever this person is experiencing, they're not in peace. And they're trying to restore balance. They're trying to restore peace within themselves. They're trying to work with the situation. They may be working very hard on a situation. With the Eight of Pentacles here, you know, you see there's a lot of work. There's a lot of people at this. I don't know if there's something going on within work too, because the Pentacles has to do with work, has to do with finances, and we do have the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. But I feel like someone's trying to maintain, trying to stabilize, restore balance. But with the Eight of Swords, this person is kept to themselves. They're keeping this to themselves. I feel like this person does think about you at night. They do think about you at night with the Moon card. They may be hearing music that reminds them of you, or vice versa, reminds you of them. But this person is definitely and this is a self-imposed person, because the Eight of Swords is self-imposed, you know. But like I did say, this person could be in jail. They literally can be in jail. Literally. And I did say that. This person might have gotten arrested. Oh my God. I'm not laughing at this because it reminds me of something from a long time ago. A long time ago. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, wow, this shit. This is interesting. This is why I'm saying that, because I'm like, wow, this is reminding me of something from a long time ago. Like before I even knew about tarot. You know, I knew about tarot for a while, but I never touched it until maybe almost 3 years ago. But actually almost 4 years ago. But it was a long time ago, when I was a teenager, a long time ago. But this is what is reminding me. Like, 'cause somebody disappeared. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. But this person, I don't know if this person could literally be in jail. They could have been arrested or something, right? But it could also be a self-imposed prison that they've placed themselves on because of whatever they're dealing with. They may feel like they have to focus primarily on whatever this issue is, and that's what's keeping them trapped. Because this is a good thing if you think about it. If somebody is doing this, they're protecting you from whatever bullshit they're going through. Like, they don't want to drag you in. But the thing I don't like is the ghosted card, because it's not hard to tell somebody, I'm dealing with something, and I need some time to deal with it before I can, you know, like just to like give it, like you may not hear from me, or I'm gonna be focused on other things, you know, like. But then you could be like, why? Well, let me help you. I know some of you may be like that too, but like, let me help you. But the person is like, no, this is my problem and I have to fix it myself. I'm getting that. You know, it's like this person is like, this is my problem. This got nothing to do with you. This is mine to deal with. This person, it could be you that's in tears. If you have been ghosted, you may be sad when you think about this person, especially if you don't know what's really going on with them. If they haven't really explained anything to you, they left you on, asking why, wondering why. But let's see. Tell me about tears. When I think about you, I cry. Tell me about tears. When I think about you, I cry. When I think about you, I cry. 6 of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. I think that some of you may be sad because you don't really know what's going on with this person, and you really don't know. This could be like a no contact situation. Too. We do have, I don't know if some of you, like I did see Carolina mention blocked. We have this energy on the 7 of Wands. It's like somebody could be blocking something because that's the defensive energy. But then also the 8 of Swords too could be blocking. But with the 6 of Wands, I think some of you could be sad, or this person can be sad. I feel like it's whoever, it could go both ways. So I'm going to read it both ways. If it's you that's sad and you may not know what's going on, you may be sad because you think about the potential of what you could have with this person. You know, you think that this could have been a very successful relationship where you could have gone the distance with each other. You know, there may have been some sort of obstacles, but this could be the person that you thought of having a family with, like growing a family with. You probably even had those types of talks. But then with whatever's going on, and if this person has ghosted you and there has been no contact, this is where the sadness is coming, because it's like you're thinking about like the potential and everything. You know, this is the energy of disappointment, sadness, even depression for what could be going on in the situation, since you don't know what to think. You just know what you feel. And I feel like when you know how you feel, that's the easiest thing to know what to think, because you can think so many things, but sometimes the easiest thing is to feel, you know, and what you may be feeling is disappointment, sadness, you know. But you know what's interesting? The sadness could be because you felt like something changed too, with the Wheel of Fortune being at the bottom when we're clarifying tears. You know, now for some of you with this person, if it's the person that's in tears, it could be because they may be knowing how they may be hurting you and how they may be disappointing you, you know, and that this person hopes and thinks about like what could possibly happen. Like once I address whatever conflict or issues I'm experiencing and I successfully, you know, deal with the issue, then we could go back to what was, you know, continue planning, continue growing, nurturing our connection, you know. But they may even have that fear that you won't even take them back, you know, because of the level of disappointment they may have caused you. And that could be something that causes them to be sad too, because them not communicating, not knowing what to say, waiting for the right time to say. It's like, when is it the right time? And maybe for some of them, they could be getting some sort of sign or synchronicity that's letting them know that now is the right time. You know, if this is you, you know, and you're the person that goes to somebody, maybe this is your sign that maybe you should let your person know, especially if it's somebody that you want to be with, that you envision having a future with, having a family with, building a family, you know. So let's see. I want to see what could the possible outcome be in this situation. What could the possible outcome be in this situation? How the Wheel of Fortune came out again. 3 of Wands. And 5 of Pentacles. I think somebody may be coming back around. You know why? Because you see the things may be changing, may be improving this. And the card came on the upright. You know, all my cards are upright, but it's like, but when I see the 3 of Wands, it's like this person is like, okay, now I can resume thinking about the future, looking towards the future. Because the 5 of Pentacles is like, this could be you. If you're crying, you're sad. This person is like coming with, because this looks like an optimistic 5 of Pentacles, where you're feeling left out in the cold, and this person's coming back. It's like, hey, you know, I'm sorry. You know, so I'm getting that because it's just the way the energy is. Like some of you may be sad, you may be grieving, mourning, but then you're still in this energy, and this person may return. That's what I'm getting, because the way the coins are, they're glowing, and it's like you're feeling left out, but then it's like somebody's coming in and bringing you the change. But I feel like this is a positive change because of the way it's like an offering, you know. I love this. For some, I will say that this is the advice. It's like, try not to put yourself in, stay in this negative energy. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. This is the 4 of Pentacles. This is I call it the sitting pretty card, because she's right here on a rock. She's brushing her hair. She's taking care of herself. She's feeling at home with herself. You need to you have to find your place back to this, you know, back to where you were feeling good. You were feeling secure, where you were feeling safe. It's important that you not allow yourself to stay in this negative energy, you know, because crying makes us old, okay? When I cry a lot, I look ugly afterwards. And if this is the person you want to come back, and they are coming back and they have good intentions, they have a good heart, and they have a freaking reasonable explanation that you accept, because some people will not accept this. You want to be pretty. You know, you want to be ready, you know? But even if it's like, say this person doesn't come back, you need to put yourself in this energy again, just for yourself, just so you can feel good, you know, just so you could be in your own energy, feeling safe and secure and in comfort with your own presence, you know, because we have to be like that for ourselves, regardless of what else is going on with other people, because that's like, this is their problem. And the problem too is they have a problem, but they're not communicating the problem. They're running away, you know. I don't know, some of you, I wanted to say running away from the problem. I don't know if you and this person had some sort of argument, disagreement, and this person just like ran away because they needed to clear their head. That could be another thing too. So please take that as it resonates. I hope that helps you all in the best way possible. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tanya or Tanya. I like saying that. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. I'm Artemis Oracle. This is my channel. I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. If you are a subscriber, you can put your yes or no question in the chat. And I'm only answering yes or no questions. So if it's not a yes or no question, I'm not answering it, okay? Just letting you know. I'm putting my cards on the table. So I see that I have a couple questions in the chat, so I'm going to answer them. I'm going to be using a specific tarot deck that already has the yes or no answer in it on them. Sorry, English is evading me. Grammar is evading me. Okay. I'm glad. I like these cards. I haven't used them in a hot ass minute. Hot. Okay. So let me get the cards ready. I think they're cleansed. I had them in the coffin, the sage coffin. Okay, so let me go to the top. I know Carnicia had a question, so I hope everybody who asked a question, I hope you're still here, because I'm going to answer it. And if you come back saying, what's my, no, you're going to scroll back. And don't ask me about timestamps. You'll figure it out, okay? So, all right, so let me see. Okay. Oh, thank you, Rob. That's interesting. Okay, so I think Rob was the first person to put a question in. So let's see, Rob's. Two theta groups connecting to a third. One of them staging. Okay, let's do the first question. Okay. Will any of the theta groups that Rob is connected to, will any of the theta groups that Rob is connected to stage his work? Yeah, you got 2 yeses. So I think 2 out of the 3 are gonna, 2 out of the 3. You got 2 yeses. I don't know how it works with that stuff, and I said I wasn't gonna be doing clarifying it, but I don't know if there's money involved. But one may be offering, I mean, there may be more or giving you more energy or more space, more time to do something than the other, because we have the Queen and the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know if it's more stage time, more performance time, or like showing times. Like you could have, I don't know how that works, but you got 2 yeses. So it's like 2 out of the 3. Shit, maybe all of them, because you got another yes. Regardless, it's a yes. Yes, any one of them, maybe all of them, maybe one of them, but it's looking like a yes for you, Rob. Now let me go into your other question, because every time you comment, I'm like, I'm not doing readings. You're like, okay. So I'm gonna read both your questions, Rob. Okay. So is there a new love interest coming Rob's way? Is there a new love interest coming Rob's way? Is there a new love interest coming Rob's way? You got a yes. And this person may already have their eye on you. They have their eye on you. They're watching you. They're observing you. They're observing you. They taking in. Yeah. And I think this person, whoever this person is, they may communicate with you, make some sort of small gesture towards you. So you got yeses, Rob. Good for you. I hope that helps. Okay, I'm all the way in the top. So if you commented, Rob, I can't see it. I don't even know if you're still here. Now, Carolina. Will Carolina's ex situationship unblock her soon? Will Carolina's ex situationship unblock her soon? Do you want him to unblock you? Will Carolina's ex situationship unblock her soon? It's saying no. I don't know what happened between you two. But it's funny, we had the 10 of Wands coming out, and it did come out in the other reading. Yeah, it's like unknown. I don't know what this, it's saying no and then unknown. I don't know if it's like right now, the current energy is saying no. It's saying no, right? But with the maybe unknown, I don't know. This person, I don't know what they're going through right now, but with, we see the 10 of Wands coming out. I don't know. They could be going through some stuff. With this, I don't know if there could be somebody else in the mix there's a communication with somebody else in the mix. I don't know. With the Two of Cups, or this is like you and them coming back together is unknown too. But and I say I don't know because it says maybe unknown, but it's saying no. They're not gonna unblock you soon. I'm sorry, Catalina. Okay. It's okay. I see your. It's okay. I answered your question though, Catalina. I'm all the way in the top looking at where the questions were. Okay, I'm gonna read Arushi's questions. I hope Arushi's still here. I didn't get to, because I was doing that other reading and I got so caught up in it. Okay. The Surya Prakash love Arushi. The Surya Prakash love Arushi. Oh. Does Surya Prakash love Arushi? Does Surya Prakash love Arushi? Does Surya Prakash love Arushi? He's saying yes. Surya Prakash does love you. But there's definitely some sort of confusing energy that they're under. It's saying yes, but then, you know, if it's, I don't know what the gender is, but sometimes when people love somebody, they could be like, do I really love them? Do I really love them? Is this love? Oh, it made me think of that song for Jennifer Lopez for her first album, On the Six. It's called Could This Be Love? That song popped up in my mind. Okay, Arushi, I hope that helps you. Now I'm going to Carnice. Wait, Carnicia put a question. Where is Carnicia's question? Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, I was like, I know I saw your question first. I'm like, wait a minute. But then it was this other time pass that was... Okay, no. He put a lot of stuff in the... They put a lot of stuff. I hope they... Okay, yes, Carnicia. I knew I saw it. I was like, what the hell? I was losing my mind when I saw it. Okay, Carnicia, sorry. So, will Carnicia and the Virgo be together in a relationship? How many times have we asked this question, Carnicia? Because if you ask the question a lot, I'd be like, okay, this is the last time you're going to ask about this person. You know, because I give people a limit. I'm like, you need to ask other questions. There's other things going on in life, you know, because I start to get bored. I'm like, oh, that again? Yeah, I don't want to read it. I'll be honest. I don't like when people ask the same question over and over again. It's like, you're still stuck on that? And I'm not saying them. Well, I am. Because of other people, I'm like, you're still asking about the same person. I'm like, everybody in the chat is like, yeah, move on, you know. And this is somebody from the past, like another subscriber. I haven't seen them in a while. Hopefully they're doing well. Okay, so Carnicia. Okay, will Carnicia and the Virgo be together in a relationship? Will Carnicia and the Virgo be together in a relationship? Will Carnicia and the Virgo get together and be in a relationship? Will Carnicia and the Virgo be in a relationship? Will Carnicia and the Virgo be in a relationship? It's saying yes. But the thing is, Carnicia, I'm going to tell you this. You got to let things go with the flow. You know, go with the flow. Let things happen on their own. You know? Because the current energy is yes. But you know how things are with us humans. You know? We're so finicky about certain things. You know? But it's saying yes. But just like go with the flow. Don't let that be the objective, because no, in my situationship, that was the hope. I was like, oh, I hope me and this person could be together, you know, like they would change your mind. No, I was dumb. Don't, okay? No, sometimes what it is what it is, you know? And I'm just saying that because of, you know, just enjoy what you're experiencing with this person. And if it's meant to be, it will be, you know, it's saying yes now. So just allow things to go with the flow, you know. I'm telling you this as a human being, not as a tarot reader. Tarot readers are human beings, but I'm telling you this outside of a tarot reading. This is a woman to woman advice, or a person to person advice. I hope that helps though. Okay. All right. Hi, Evie Lion. I just saw your message. I'm just like, I've been all the way up in the chat. Okay, does Amita want a reunion with Raul? You got first and no. I feel like, yeah, it's saying no, but then there's a yes. With the fact that they have a no and a yes, this person is like wish-washy. They're like, yes, no, I should hold back. I want to move forward. I want to communicate. I don't know if there's a lot of stop and start in your relationship or whatever dynamic you have with them. There's that back and forth. There's definitely emotions there, but there's like someone's not sure. So it's like yes or no. So it's like they're like in this place where they're thinking. You know, like, do I want to? Should I hold back, or should I move forward with the Eight of Wands? Should I communicate? No, I should hold back. You know, it's like that. It's like they don't know what they want. You know, they want something, but then they don't, or they stop themselves. Okay. Hi, JJ. That's what you got, Rob. That's what you got, Rob. Okay, let's read JJ's question. Is Sakshi in love with JJ? Is Sakshi in love with JJ? Is Sakshi in love with JJ? It's saying yes. It's saying yes. And this is a nice yes with the person coming forward. It's like, do you want to go out with me? Do you want to go do something with me? Oh, I was thinking about you. I'm going to give you this. So yes, Sakshi is in love with JJ, and I'm reading the current energy, and the bottom of the deck too. Yeah, they're hiding that from you. They're hiding it from you. With the Two of Swords, they're hiding it. Okay. Hi. All right, Evie Lion's question. Okay, Evie Lion, let me knock this. Okay, does Evie Lion have a secret admirer near her? Does Evie Lion have a secret admirer near her? Oh! It's interesting because you got there's a yes. There's somebody that does admire you. That is saying yes, but then this is saying maybe. I feel like it's more a yes, but I feel like this person's uncertain about making a move towards you. Because you have the Page of Cups, like he has the cup in his hand. That's making, but I feel like this person is unsure about approaching you with their cup, you know? I hope that helps you. Hi, Malaya. Okay. Thank you. Okay. You're welcome, Rob. Oh, you're welcome, Carnicia. I hope the reading resonates with you. Oh, because I don't know I don't remember the situation between you and the Virgo. You know, I forgot. But I remember certain people because they keep asking about the same person over and over every single time. And we were like, okay, I got to the point where I was like, okay, no more questions about this person. I'm sick of him. I'm over him. You know? JJ already answered your question. You're welcome. Hi, Alpha. How are you? Thank you so much. Oops. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? Okay. I think I got everybody's question. Yeah, I am. Thank you, Alpha. Yes, the cards are telling you it's time to like look forward. Look forward, you know. I know they say it's kind of like a game, but then it's really not. And this is something I learned from a tarot reader. Her name is Moonlight Guidance. And she says if you're had a relationship, there's somebody you want to come back to you, right? But if you're constantly like thinking about them, they're always on your mind, and you know, you're like pulling on their energy, and it's like that repels them. You know, like that makes them not want to come forward. But then when you start to pull your energy back to yourself, then that's when they sense the absence. They start to miss you. And then that's when they may return. And it's not a manipulation tactic, honestly, because when you think about it, you should be thinking about yourself. You should be taking care of yourself. You should be moving forward, you know, because we could be stuck on a specific person, right? But then what if that person's not even the right one for us? What if there's somebody better for us? But then we're just like fixated on one person and not seeing that possibly whatever we had with them was just what it was and wasn't meant to be more than that. And it's probably what is leading us towards something better for us. And it's kind of like this, me even talking about it like that, it's like the oracle reading, you know, time to go. It's time to move on, you know. What's on the other side may be scary and unknown, but then you're going to be opening yourself to being in a place where you're feeling fulfilled with yourself. But then also you could be meeting somebody who could be your treasure person, you know, the person that's like everything that, like your wish, that could be your wish, you know, or this could be what allows somebody to return, you know, because it's like you're switching the energy from, I'm not saying you're desperate, but like from desperation to like not giving a fuck, you know. And then that could bring and then it's like everything starts to align. You like removing the pressure, you're moving the restrictions, the blockages, and allows things to flow, you know, and everything falls into place. You can meet the person that is your treasure person, or it could be you and another person, or the Virgo reuniting, you know. But whatever is meant to be is meant to be, you know. So it's like out of our hands, you know. As much as we love to control everything, you know, we have no control over other people, you know. That, Alpha. But how did you feel after you slept with those people? Did you feel good about yourself, or you felt like shit? What did you get from the experience of sleeping with somebody? You know? Did they teach you something about yourself? Like, I don't want this. I don't want a person that I just bang. I want somebody that I bang for the rest of my life. You know? Because sometimes we take things too far. Like with my situationship, I did not have to have any sort of like physical intimacy with him. It could have been just us enjoying each other's company. We didn't have to have that, you know? So sometimes we take shit too far, you know? So well, how are you feeling after you slept with these people, Alpha? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Because there's a lesson in it, you know? I learned just because I'm physically attracted to somebody doesn't mean I have to ride them, you know? Yeah, it was only that, you know? You know, it could just be that you meet people, you could be attracted to them, but it doesn't need to go farther than that, you know. You're welcome, Evie Lion. Good luck. This pink song is on. I want to see what it says. He's very positive by step. Look at this song. I like the song. This is the part that I like. That song is from Pink. Ugh. It's so... I gotta do like the YouTubers. It says, for now. I like that song. Let me lower it. Okay. I know. But the thing is, sometimes we have to create our own closure. There was something I had to admit to myself. And when I finally admitted to myself, I was like, okay, it's a choice. You know, we choose to get stuck in certain situations, you know, because of the way we feel. But then maybe we have to realize why you have to kind of like let go of what was. The feelings, like, yeah, the feelings are still going to be there, but that doesn't mean it has to keep us imprisoned, you know? So like we have to create that closure for ourselves sometimes. Yeah, of course, it always is. It always is, because you're in the heat of the moment. But then after that, your body remembers, or just like it's out of that state of ecstasy where you're like, oh shit, that was not great after all. Like there were times when I was like, damn, I just want to like, I just wanted to disappear, you know, because it's like a betrayal. You know, we got to control our loins. We can't let our reproductive organs control us. You know, we're supposed to control them. I can't believe I said ride him. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that out loud. Sometimes it has to be that way. Because it's like, if you're not going to do the right thing, then we're going to force you to do the right thing. It's going to be out of your hands. Out of your hands. Those are those, like you said, did you say tower? Because well, you said it just reminded me of tower moments. I did say it. I can't believe I said it. You know, sometimes I say shit and I'm like, why the fuck did I say anything? You know? Look at the high priestess came out. I'm supposed to keep it a secret. I'm like, but it is what it is, you know? It's not freaky, okay? Everybody does it, you know? Maybe you don't. I don't think you're about anybody. Any woman who has experience has done that. So there's nothing freaky about it, you know? It was just like a... All right. So yeah, I'm gonna end this reading because I'm hungry and I want to get some dinner. So I hope all of you have a wonderful evening ahead, or rest of your day, depending on where you are. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? I have no idea what I'm gonna eat for dinner. It's whatever's edible, and I can make very quickly. So I thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. If you are here, if you subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I most likely will go live around 2:30 tomorrow because I've been trying to go to the gym, you know, making that like one of my little obsessions, my healthy obsessions. But thank you again. Thank you so much for the super chat, Alpha. As always, thank you for your generosity. I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Sending you lots of love and light. Bye, everyone.